Hey, did you know you can harness the power of your dreams to find out more about yourself? Well, this video is all about that. Hey, what's going on? It's Marty from 30 Day Challenges, the channel hopefully aimed at helping you discover more about yourself and you know what you're really on this planet for. So, this video is all about lucid dreaming and how you can become aware in your dreams and do all sorts of crazy cool stuff with it, explore really into the psyche of who you truly are and do all the stuff that you haven't really done in waking life but you want to do, and kind of get the confidence to actually bring out of your dreaming reality into your waking reality. So yeah, lucid dreaming is a real thing. It was proven in 1975 by Worsley and Hearn, I believe. It has a very striking similarity to waking reality, at least in my opinion, because what you seem to kind of believe in your dreams is instantly true, and I think it is the same in your waking reality. To quote Robert Wagner, dreams, you are what you let yourself become, and I think this is the same in real life, in waking reality. Am I right? So the reason I'm quoting Robert Wagner is because I've been reading his book here, Lucid Dreaming and Gateway to the Inner Self, and I've actually had it for a while, but I've decided to do a challenge on it, so you'll find out more about that in a minute. Basically, Robert is a bit of a dreaming badass. He has maybe thousands of lucid dreams logged, and I feel like I need to check out my numbers after saying that quote. Yeah, he's basically been lucid dreaming ever since he was a child, and in this book you're gonna find out all about what you can really go from there. Currently he's the president of the International Association of Study of Dreams. So the reason I mention this book is because it's a great resource for someone who wants to go deeper into it, but also the contents page will give anyone who doesn't really know what you can do with lucid dreaming a good idea of where you can go from it. So I'm just going to read out some of the chapters. Independent agents and voices of the unconscious. Creating the dream reality. Fishing for information. Healing yourself and others. Consciously collecting via telepathy. Forward-looking precognitive lucid dreams. Mutual lucid dreaming. Interacting with the deceased. If that hasn't got you excited about lucid dreaming, I don't know what will. He does say that what you can achieve in your dreams is only limited by your own ambition. So, what kind of challenge did I set myself to get to a place where I could have lucid dreams? The way I did it was by keeping a dream journal and doing daily reality checks throughout my day. The reason you keep a dream journal is to allow yourself to remember more your dreams. Some people say they don't dream, and that's not true. You actually dream every night, but several times even. But we tend to forget them because we don't give them enough attention. And what you do by writing in a dream journal is putting more focus on it so you can actually remember what you dreamt about. And what's the point of having a lucid dream if you can't remember it in the morning? So the way I did this was with an app called Awoken. It's free, it's on Android and it probably is on iOS. And what it does is it allows you it has a little notification which pops up in the morning. So as you wake up and silence your alarm, you can enter your dream. The reason I like it over writing it down is because when you write things down, especially if it's first morning, your handwriting is all messy and you won't be able to actually reflect on it. You won't be able to read what it says in weeks and months to come. The other reason is that it has this tag system, so if you hashtag a certain theme every night, it can put you in awareness that you have in these recurring themes in your dreams, and hopefully one day you'll be able to realize that you're having one of those themes again and realize it's a dream. For example, quite a lot of mine were about my previous job and me living in Bulgaria as well, two things which I don't do anymore. So hopefully in the future, if I realize that, oh, I'm in Bulgaria, I'll be like, wait a minute, this is a dream. I remember not being there. The other thing the app does is it gives you daily reminders to do reality checks. So the reality checks is the second thing that I talked about. And basically reality checks are things which have different effects in waking reality and dream reality. So in waking reality, turning the light switch on, you know that happens. But in dream reality, it might have a totally different effect, and there's many of these, you know. So things like your reflection might look different. You won't be able to read the same line of text twice. Your watch will like work different, or it might not even have any arrows or anything. And you might have a different number of fingers. You might be able to put your hand through things. You might be able to breathe with your nose closed. If you jump, you might fly away. So what this app will do, and you can allow it to tell you how many times it reminds you, is to remind yourself to do a reality check. So top tips that I've kind of experienced and also read from the book is, in order to maintain lucidity, you must mediate your emotions. You can't get too excited, because then it all gets all fuzzy and dreamlike again. And you might have to stabilize your lucidity by doing things such as twirling around in a circle. For some reason that has an effect. But there's loads of things that you could read online or through the book. So my experience, well, the good news is that on the very 5th day that I logged, or my 5th journal entry, it was a lucid one. So it didn't take a lot of time for it to happen, and it is really, really cool. I can't describe it. You have to see it for yourself. But you really kind of, I've done this before, and I remember some of those, and you really get this you get this feeling of power and control and freedom, but in a holistic way. It's very weird. So I remember like one time I had this nightmare, like this monster was chasing me, and something made me realize it was a dream. So I was just like, oh, I'm not afraid, and like the monster ran away. And other times, you know, I've done things like start singing in a pub, and like I was the main act in the pub, and because it's something I kind of want to do in waking reality as well. It was nice to actually be in a band and sing in front of people in the dream. Other things, I've had some dreams which are very, very close to what happened in real life, you know, after the dream. Things such as meeting my friends at a bar and having an arm wrestle with someone, and that wasn't me who initiated it. That was kind of, it was already going on, and I joined. Other things like dreaming that one of my housemates had his relative round, and he actually did. And other stuff which I'm reading, I'm like, whoa. As I'm reading through this journal to make this video, I'm like, whoa, that, like, something like that actually happened, you know. Another good reason why I should give lucid dreaming a go is because it's almost as if reading back through these journals has been very entertaining. It's like watching a movie about yourself. But it's a very personal, deep, spiritual level kind of thing. You're reading it back, and you're finding things about yourself, and while you're actually invested in the thing, you know how like connected and personal dreams feel. It beats any TV show for sure. And if you're having trouble remembering dreams, realize that I pretty much remember the one every night. Although now that I've stopped, I don't remember them as much. But if you keep going and just make a habit of it, it takes a very short time for you to be remembering 2, 3, 4 dreams a night. Okay, so to conclude, lucid dreaming is a lot, like, to really kind of to have your first dream, lucid dream, it's really quite easy. You don't have to do You don't have to do it for a long time, but to kind of really get somewhere and get to the bit where you're kind of experiencing awareness and you know, finding deep things about yourself, that will take you years to do that, and that's okay, because the things that are worth it, you know, usually take time. For a person who's never experienced anything like this, think of it like a muscle, you know. At the start, you haven't, you know, you've done nothing for you to have any ability in this, but as you give it constant effort, you know, you quickly develop an ability. So during the 54 journal entries I had, 6 of those were lucid dreams, and I know it's a 30-day challenge. I was only meant to do kind of 30, but I had a very good lucid dream. Just the whole thing is so rewarding that it made me want to carry on going. Don't be put off by it. And in fact, reading back through these journals to make this video, I realized how kind of effortless it is, and all you have to do is wake up and write something down and remember throughout your day to do a few reality checks. I will say that the reality checks from the app didn't work very well for me. I found a much higher success rate when I was just doing reality checks on my own and remembering from my day-to-day life. So try and do that through your own kind of memory, while the dream journal, definitely use the app because you got the dream themes as well. So giving it my star system now, for the time it takes, I'm gonna give it 2, just because waking up first thing and writing it down, it sometimes has taken up to 10 minutes. And then during the reality checks throughout the day, you know, they take, you know, seconds, but hopefully you kind of get a good amount. So I'll give it 2 stars for time. For effort, I'll give it 2, because it really doesn't take a lot of effort. You're just writing stuff down, and then, you know, the reality checks is as easy as trying to put your hand through, counting your fingers, looking yourself in the mirror, kind of critically, is this a dream? Looking about your environment. But for difficulty curve, I'm gonna give it a 3, because for people who've never done this before, it might take you slightly longer to get good results. And also kind of waking up and staying awake the first thing is a bit tough. Normally I'll fall right back asleep, so you can, what I did was I tried to stay awake, and by kind of getting up out of bed and then writing it down. Although the more you kind of get out of bed, the more you lose recollection of what happened in the dream. So there's a fine balance to strike there. Before I forget, that's 3 stars, so that's 7 stars. It's a medium difficulty. Yeah. Before I forget, this is just one of the ways you can achieve lucidity, and there's a lot more active ways which, you know, you could read about on the internet or through the book. Things such as consciously falling asleep, so you enter lucidity straight away. It's called the mild method. But anyway, if you want to know more about that, you can research. Thanks for watching this video, and the next video I'll be making very shortly, because it's of a challenge I've already done. It is going to be on a 30-day power cardio fitness challenge by Derby. So thanks for watching, peace out.